into it, but just too much of a, just too big of an early deficit.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously, especially our ballpark, the plus was the wind was blowing out, but we faced a guy like Jackson.
Right.
He's tough, and I think we faced this his 4th time. I think we faced him 3 times in spring. We faced him 7 times this season. So, unfortunately, we haven't had much success off him.
But you can see why. I mean, the guy's for real.
Yeah, he's really good. He's, you start getting a pattern with the pitcher. He's confident going into it, and so it was unfortunately you down 7-1 after 3. It's tough.
Right.
Talk about the 3 runs in the first and the third, and the 1 run in the second.
Yeah, we got in bad pitching count. They were in hitters counts. Hit the ball. They had a couple. Tried to say lucky hits because hits are hits, but they get a bloop double in a left field line around the line. They get a squibber at first and hit the side of the grass and kick the and scored a couple runs. So, stuff's not going our way. And I believe you kind of make your own luck with the way you play, and we're just not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, a couple weeks ago, you guys looked like you were kind of getting ready to take charge a little bit.
Yeah.
In the second half. Yeah. What's kind of happened since then? And I know you've had a lot of roster changes.
Absolutely.
Since then, that's always.
Yeah.
That's always a part of it.
You trade McClure, which is great for him, and obviously I judge myself on what players get moved up. I mean, that really is. If you're a good manager, that's what it's about.
Sure.
You take Lane and Zimmer. That's 3 high energy guys.
Yeah.
And we're a low energy team now, and guys got to step up. And not only energy wise, leadership wise, but somebody's got to pick up the slack for what those guys gave to us. Those guys are really good players.
Right.
But ultimately, that's what this game's about. And when you get a chance, you got to step up, and our guys just haven't been able to do that yet.
What adjustments does JC have to make? I mean, he was mainly thrown in relief at AA, and now he's coming down here to start. What are some adjustments he has to make?
He's got to get in the strike zone early.
Okay.
I mean, it's again, a lot of times, as you move up, you can kind of trick hitters. You can't trick A-ball hitters. They swing, and you can't set them up. So I felt like he's gotten a little bit of trick mode. Throwing curveballs 2-1 in the dirt, think he's going to get a swing and miss, and high A-ball, his hitters just don't do that. They just get to AA, and I think he struggled as a starter to begin the year with, and it was kind of the same thing. And so we just got to get in the strike zone.
We were talking to Lopez before, and I mean, he's really had some great spurts this year. I mean, he's got like 20 multi-hit games.
Yeah.
And he's in the middle of a nice little spurt right now. I mean, what's the key thing for a young guy like that, slightly built guy like that, to just kind of find the consistency, to really kind of get things going?
I think the biggest thing is he's accepted what type of player he is.
Okay.
Talking early in the year, he probably would have told you he's a guy that's got a lot of pop. And you got to define what pop is, and pop's 20 home runs.
Yeah.
And so he's done that. He's bought into it. He's a line drive hitter. 6 times a year he'll leave the yard, and I told him that's not pop. We laugh about it. But the biggest thing is he's accepted what type of player he is, what type of work that takes, and that's the biggest thing. And he's been outstanding. And again, kid that's 20 early in the year. I mean, there possibly could have been a chance maybe he goes down if he's not doing well, and he's done everything we asked. And our biggest thing is do players get better as the year goes on, and Jack's done that.
Yeah, I mean, he's really shown he's got some potential at times, hasn't he?
No, absolutely, and defensively too.
Right,
running, He's picked this whole game up, and again, we pushed him here young, obviously.
Yeah, sure. He might be a little over his head at this.
Yeah, and I think he was early, but to me the biggest thing was he just wasn't the type of player he should have been, and we addressed it and got the work and the focus right, and he's done it.
Yeah. Talk about the bottom of the third. You guys hitting one well. It was near rally there. What would you see in the bottom of the 8th?
Obviously we got on base. Their pitcher lost control a little bit there to lefty. Protas had the big hit. The biggest thing is we were patient. We let Lamb get in a little bit of trouble. We got some big hits. And obviously it's again even though you're going through what we're going through, you want battle. You want guys to fight, and we did that, and so made a little bit of a game of it.
Can you talk a little about some of the new guys, what we can expect from them?
Obviously Gibbs the catcher. He's been around a couple years now. Obviously he'll back Parker up, but get the experience from him, that helps, especially with the pitching staff that we got going, the fact we're having struggles. I got to think who else is new. JC, obviously pitcher. Hopefully, he can come in his next start and anchor our rotation, being an older guy. But the biggest thing with all our new guys is we just need them to step in and give us the energy. That's kind of what we're lacking right now. And if we can get that, they'll all be okay.